Alright, today we're going to work on percent of change. Two key vocabulary words you need to go ahead and make sure you write down is percent of change is the amount of a quantity increases or decreases from its original amount. And then to find our percent, we're going to find the amount of change first by subtracting the original and the new amount. And then we're going to divide that by the original amount and then multiply it by 100, and that will get our percent answer. So my first question here is find the percent increases, and I'm going from a 4 to 7.5. So I'm increasing, which means it's going to be a positive change. So the first thing I need to do is find the amount of change. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 7.5, minus 4. Okay, and I get an answer of 3.5 would be my change. So I'm going to go ahead and place my change amount, and I'm going to divide it by the original amount, and the original amount is 4. So now I'm going to go ahead and divide 3.5 divided by 4, and I get 0.875. Okay. My next step is I'm going to multiply by that by 100, because that's going to go ahead and turn it into a percentage. And when I multiply by 100, all I'm doing is moving the decimal place over twice, so I get 87.5% when I put increase after it. Let me know that's a positive change. Okay, for number 2, again I have percent increase, so I'm getting a larger number, which means it's going to be a positive percentage. So first I'm going to find my difference. So 9.6 minus 8.0. Go ahead and subtract those, and I get 1.6 is my difference. I'm now going to go ahead and divide. So my amount of change goes on top, and then my original amount goes on the bottom, which is 8. So I'm going to go ahead and divide 1.6 divided by 8. And I get 0.2. And I'm going to go ahead and multiply it by 100 to turn it into a percentage. And I go ahead and get 20% increase. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and do a couple of decrease problems. Same rules apply for decrease. I just need to make sure I know that it is a negative percentage change. So I'm going from a 1,250 to 1,120, so you can see my number is getting smaller. So I'm going to go ahead and find the difference of them first. Okay, when I subtract them and find the difference, I get 130 as my difference. I'm going to go take my change amount, 130, and divide it by the original amount, and that is from 1,250. Let's go ahead and divide those. Alright, and I get 0.104. Again, I'm going to go ahead and multiply that by 100. Okay. Move the decimal place over twice, and I get a 10.4% decrease. Okay. Or I can write it as negative 10.4%. Okay. Either answer is acceptable, but I need to make sure I have either that decrease or that negative in there. Okay. Number 4, my next one, I'm going from 9.6 to 4.8. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 9.6 and 4.8. And I actually get 4.8 again. So 4.8 is my change number. And then I have 9.6 as my original. Go ahead and divide those, and it's actually 0.5. Multiply it by 100, and it is a 50% decrease. Or I can write it as negative 50%. Either one's acceptable. Okay. What I'd like you to go ahead and do now is pause the video. Go ahead and try the following 5 problems. You're going to see there's some increases and decreases in there. So you want to make sure you pay close attention to that when you're solving them and writing your final answer. So now that your video has been paused, you may go ahead and check it. So my first one, number 5, we have find the percent increase from 100 to 114, and I get a difference of 14, making it an increase of 14%. Number 6, I get a difference of 1.2, and I get a makes it an increase of 60%. Number 7, I get a decrease of 0.2083 with 3 repeating. And so I go ahead and get a decrease of 20.83% or negative 20.83%. Number 8, I get a difference of 15 inches of rain. So I do 15 divided by 7.5 because 7.5 is my original. And I get an answer of 2, giving me 200% increase. And lastly, we have our gas change. We go from $2.85 to $2.99. So I get a difference of 0.14 and divide that by 2.85 or $2.85. Again, that is my original, and then I get an increase of 4.9%.